Hi, and welcome to Between the Stacks. I'm Susan Dennison, and today we're going to talk about shelf reading, not reading in the stacks, which I'm doing right now. Shelf reading is a task that is done on a regular basis at every library, and its purpose is to make sure that the books on the shelf are in the exact order that they should be. And because we're in the fiction section, they're going to be alphabetical by author. So I'm going to show you really quickly how it's done. It's kind of a meditative and very Zen-like practice. So we are starting in Wiggs with the author Susan Wiggs, and she's quite prolific. She has a lot of books. So I'm going by the label here, and it's fiction, so I know that's correct. And then the last name of the author, which is Wiggs. So all I'm doing is reading through here. Wiggs, 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 Wiggs. Oh, Simonson. That's not even a W. So I have found a mistake, a book that's been misshelved. And a lot of times this happens really naturally, like if you're reading a book, you pick something out, you look at it and you think, oh, I might like to take this, but I'm not really sure, and it gets put back in the wrong place. So if someone is shelf reading and finds a book that has been not shelved in the same place, generally we'll just put it aside so that we can shelve it where it's supposed to go. And then I'm back to the Wiggs again. Wiggs, Wiggs, Wiggs. Oh, I finished with the Wiggs, and the next one is fiction, Wild. So, and it's Wild with an E. Wild, Wild, Wild. Now, this is a different Wilde. This is an Oscar Wilde, and these were a James Wilde. I think, okay, it's possible, because the J of James would come before the O of Oscar. But the book right next to Oscar Wilde is actually another James Wilde book. So in a case like this, because it's so close, I would just pull this book out and reshelve it where it belongs. You do this through one whole shelf, and then after you've got through and everything looks really good, you do what's called facing out the books, which means you're kind of pushing them to the front of the shelves, you're making sure that everything's nice and neat, it looks really great, and then you would go on to your next shelf. It's pretty simple, but it's a great way to keep those books organized. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time Between the Stacks.